Welcome to LearnLogicPro.com. Today we're going to talk about channel strip sets and channel strip settings, how to create them, and where they are, and how many you have. In the arrangement of Logic Pro 8, I have two audio tracks and two instrument tracks, software instrument tracks, and its software instrument track is selected. On the right hand side I've got the media view open, and it's selected to the library tab. Okay. The library is essentially channel strip presets, and what a channel strip is over here on the left. You've got the channel strip, okay, and a preset for the channel strip includes some sort of instrument. This is for the software instrument, maybe some effects, maybe an EQ, maybe a reverb. So that is this is the channel strip, and this would be a channel strip preset. So inside the channel strip presets, now the ones at the top here are mine. I can show you how to create your own. But by default, you have your channel strip sets for virtual instruments, acoustic pianos, basses, drums, percussion, keyboards, synthesizers. You have a basic list of all the instruments and sounds that are available to you in Logic. If you go to, say, basses, you then have another folder set that goes even deeper, where you've got acoustic basses, electric basses, synth basses, and so on. So these are channel strip presets. If we were just going to open one, I'll just open up the Bosendorf and just click on it. You'll notice that you'll see a progress bar and it opens up, and on the left hand side, the channel strip, you have the EXS24 sampler with the Space Designer reverb and a channel EQ, and these three items together are what considered a channel strip preset, and these are found in the library. So it's a very nice way for you to get instantly to the sounds that are available to you in Logic. Much easier. Okay. I'm going to go down to an audio track. And when I click on the audio track, you will notice that this list over here changes. This list changes dynamically based on what's been selected. Okay. We'll talk about that in a little bit later. So if I selected an audio track here, audio is obviously the tracks that you use for audio clips, or it's the tracks that you record your vocals into, or your guitar, or whatever, an audio track, and those have presets as well. And over on the right hand side in the library, you find the same preset options. So here we have spaces. Now spaces are like rooms, large rooms, small rooms. You've got things for electric guitar. Now these are presets for the guitar amp simulation. So if you're going to record into Logic using a guitar amp simulation, you're going to want to go to the electric guitar presets. And here there's a whole list of guitar amp presets, and even more folders, and you go in and even more. Okay. We've got bass guitar options, vocal options, drums and percussion options, surround sound. There's a huge array of different presets for your channel strip. And you can put these presets on after. You bring a drum loop in, and all of a sudden you want to send it through a guitar amp simulator, and you want to make it some strange effect with a filter, and you put on the crying wah. That can be put on a loop, it can be put on before, it could be put on afterwards. And when I select that, I've selected that. Now it loaded up, and you'll notice over here for this particular preset, it opened up a fuzz wah, a guitar amp simulator, channel EQ, a compressor, and a spread to spread it to a stereo field so it sounds much more full. So these are the channel strip presets for both virtual instrument tracks, being it software instruments, and audio tracks. There are, however, two more sets of channel strip presets, and we have to go to the mixer to find these. So I'm going to hit the mixer here, and we have a mixer open. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn on a send so I get a bus that's created automatically. Okay. So we talked about the instrument presets and the audio presets, but they've also added presets for the bus. So inside the bus, I'm going to go into the bus. I'm going to select on the settings up here. And this is, you still have to click the settings up here. So I'm going to click on the bus here, okay, or here, and you get all your settings for the bus. So here we have, again, spaces for the bus, imaging for your bus, delays for the bus, different group settings, warped settings, surround sound, delays. There's a nice array of bus presets. Now if we look at one of these, it looks like this, with a compressor, an EQ, and a spread just on that bus. just for busing. And these are different from what you find on both audio and obviously instrument. There's finally one last preset listing, and that is in the output. So here we're going to click on output 1 and 2. And with the output 1 and 2 selected, I'm going to click on settings, and there's an array of mastering presets and tools to analyze your procession, and some old school G4 optimized tools that won't be so hard on your computer. But here in mastering, we find everything from broadcast ready all the way down to a telephone type mastering, pop, hip hop, rock. There's genre based masters as well. And if we want to look at one of these, say for instance we went to rock, this one opens up a gain, a multimeter, a channel EQ, a multi-compressor, direct mix, adaptive limiting, and multimetering. Okay. And so the idea of channel strip sets are a way for you to be able to obviously recall a specific setting that you've created. Now, if I come into this compressor and I change some aspect of this, okay, maybe I change the volume or something, and then I go into, say, the multimeter, and we look at the fast view for the multimeter. This is just for me. We go into the limiter. Maybe we need a little bit more gain in the limiting. So I have changed the preset from the original preset that was in Logic. I've changed it, okay? And what I want to do is I want to now save it as my own. So I select up here and go down to Save Channel Strip Set As. And we change it as Rockmaster Wide, and we'll call this J.O for my initials. Oh. Click that. And now we have this preset is now in the master preset. I've changed this preset now, and this is my new mastering preset. Okay. The same can be done here with the virtual instrument. So if I select on the virtual instrument here, I can do the same thing here. I can click, hold, and go down to Save This Channel Strip Set As. So I'm going to make one for you. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to add my favorite ESM. You guys see me use, and I'm going to bring it over here. We're just going to use the base preset, which is actually my favorite. I'm going to go ahead and put it through a distortion. We'll throw it through a nice dirty bit crusher here. Maybe bring down the resolution, downsample it a little so it gets nice and gross. I'll throw on a limiter. Okay. And you know, I'm going to put a spreader on there too. So we're going to go to spreader. It's mono to stereo. Excellent. But I want to put the limiter after, so I'm going to hold the Apple key and just drag that down there, which is quite good. So there we go. Now I've basically built a preset. It's my bit crushing synth noise that's available, you know, ESM. Okay, here it is. Okay, great. So I'm going to click on Settings, click and hold for just a second. The dialog box will come up. I will go down to Save Channel Strip Setting As, and we'll name this, say, ESM Overdrive. Okay. And you'll see right here, ESM Overdrive. Here's the preset. It's up here. Okay. And that's all you have to do to create a virtual instrument preset. Now you could come in to and change the directory. You could change all this. You can make folders first. There's all kinds of different things that you can do down here. You can share, refresh this library, do all kinds of great things with the library. But that's essentially channel strip sets in Logic Pro 8 and LearnLogicPro.com.